All right, we're gonna talk about movement. Y'all ready for this? Talk about movement, movement, the schmicks. So, do you guys know the basics of movement? Oh, go here. Wait, we need a training mode song. We need a training mode song. What's a good training mode song? What's a good song to get us in the mood for thinking and talking about movement? I gotcha. Hamaru Vasaraga theme, Dragon Ball Z OST, Tekken 4. Oh, Hamaru is sick. What's up, Alibaba? What's going on? Moves like Jagger. Stralota's theme? I'm not playing Stralota's theme. I like Vasaraga's theme, actually. Because Vasaraga's theme is sick. We'll need more things. Restaurant from Karate Kid, true. Box 15. Oh yeah, Box 15 is definitely a thing, but alright. So like I'm gonna actually remove my camera because I want you guys to see inputs and stuff. Well, I'll move when it matters, but I'm gonna remove cheek and stuff. So thanks for the resub, DJ Richards. I appreciate that. I saw the hello, but I didn't see the resub. Thank you so much for resub. I don't think did the notification go off? Either way. Alright. Appreciate it. So, okay. I don't know if you guys like understand movement in this game, but you know, there's a couple ways you can kind of move, right? You have the back step, the side step, right? I'm gonna try to skip over the basics as much as possible while giving like a refresher, right? That's kind of my goal, right? So you can obviously like back step, and side step, but one thing I want you guys to notice is I'm gonna move my camera so you can notice this. So you guys see my inputs, right? You guys see my inputs, right? So one thing, if you notice, like, you see how like if I do a side step and a forward dash, I can kind of move almost instantly, right? So you get kind of movement like this, right? If I do it right. If you backdash and do that, I seriously put you. If you backdash and do that, look at how fast I insert the forward motion before I'm even able to like go forward, right? You can cancel it with a side step. Thanks for the follow. You can cancel with a side step, but like if you sidestep and then hit back, see how delayed it is? But you can sidestep and hit forward, right? So what that means is we actually have way more freedom on our movement. Way more freedom on our movement going forward than we are going backwards. Hold on, I gotta talk to A-Way. Alright. So, what does that mean when it comes to like moving backwards? Right? Or what does that mean when it comes to moving forward, right? Hold on, let me. That means we have a lot more freedom moving forward. Backstep is minus 14, not 15. Right? So, let's think about this, right? A lot of people are just like, so you know what? I'm gonna set this example, right? So you know the Angel Cervantes, people are like, you know, how do I get in? He just keeps pushing me out, like I can't do anything, you know. But like because we can actually like use our forward movement and cancel into something back, something first, we can actually do things like create whips, right? So why don't people do this, right? You know, like, what's wrong with this, right? What's wrong with this, right? Because we have the ability to, like, cancel our forward movement into literally anything, I feel like a lot of people just don't do this, right? You know, you're chilling, you fake the advance. Oh, shoot, he whiffed. Oh, snap. Wow. Wow. Now he can't, like, you know, now he can't keep you out because your movement is so clean, right? How do you keep somebody out if they can't hit you, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is a very good boxer, not because he's like he has the ability to literally delete everybody, That's not what I wanted. Not because he has the ability to like delete everybody, but because he has the movement to actually do stuff, right? He's got the movement to like make people whiff, make people frustrated. You think it's worth you getting tagged sometimes? Yeah, you're right. I'm getting tagged sometimes, right? Yes, but that doesn't mean that like, but like look at how I'm getting tagged, right? Look at how I'm getting tagged. I'm not getting tagged like this, right? If I've gotten tagged like this, right? Which is like, sure, okay, he can definitely like AA me, but like, I'm not like getting like super duper pushed out, right? Because a lot of people will like, they'll do this, right? Like they're like, oh, just 6G, right? And it's like, what does 6G do? What does 6G do? All right, I'm asking you guys like as a natural question. What does 6G do? What do you guys think 6G does? It moves forward, yes, but let's think more. Let's think deeper than that. What exactly does 6G do? Let's use our brains here, right? So let's say Cervantes does that, right? Give him frames. Okay, let's keep going, right? So let's say, you know, Cervantes does this. I'm not getting anywhere, right? Gives away your turn? Yes, but let's think about this. Let's think about this like this, right? 6G is good so that you understand what your opponent wants to do, right? So if I 6G, right, and my opponent does this, right? What should I do next time, chat? Maybe I should do something like that, right? What up, Nighty? You know, like a lot of people are just like backstep. Oh yeah, you can actually backstep here, right? You know, backstep there. You can even double backstep right there, you know. Well, I messed up that time. I messed up that time again. Backstep works there too. You can even run up hit a button, right? You can even run up GI. But we're talking about offensive movement, right? So like one of the things that like, you know, Cervantes is really good at is like stuff like this, right? Right, so let's have this. Let's try to fight him, right? And then he just runs away, right? That's kind of one of the things that's kind of one of the big situations that people are like, how do you get Cervantes? How do you chase Cervantes, right? How do you do this? You know, you just and like step G is good, or step G is good, but this is what happens when you step G, right? Hold on, I gotta do it. So let's start this. Right. You know, you're running in, and then you get grabbed. You get mixed up on your incoming, right? All because you want to step. All because you want to not step G. When you use dash G, right? It is from guard looking. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much, exactly, Sandman. So like, when it comes to like doing things like this, you know, you get grabbed. Okay, but let's apply the thing of like, you know, maybe like backdashing. Now he whiffed. Oh shoot! Like he whiffed, right? Like movement is not like getting offensive movement is not not just forward, right? It's one of these things where you have to like not be afraid to backstep, right? And not be afraid to use other things besides moving forward, right? Simply because like if you keep moving forward and just guard, like you're giving him all the initiative to do stuff, right? So when you're going for offensive movement, sometimes you just kind of have to like dance around the range, right? Because look at that. All three of those things are things that I've created with punish opportunities just because I'm not just holding 6, right? You know, just chilling outside a certain range, you know. And then you get a punish, right? That's like one of the big bases of offensive movement, right? Now, if you understand what they're gonna do, you can run forward and then punish their option, right? And like, you know, but a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people are just like, also another thing that I think is important is when some things happen like this. Someone tell me if you've ever gotten hit with the Okidoke, right? Someone tell me if you ever got hit by this, right? You know, you're doing this and then you hit a button late or something like that. Well, I'm just too good at this. You get hit by a button late and then that happens to you. How many of you have ever gotten hit by that? Tell me if you ever gotten hit by that. The hoopty wopty, yes, exactly. You know, you're out here, And you do like a big button. You're like, you don't take the punish, but you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a big move and then bam, right? Round block hit anyway. Got hit anyway. Sometimes that's just online, right? Always mashing Kappa. God bless. You know. Tip range IGDR. You get in range to mash. Bam. You know. Well, you know. This is where good movement comes in, right? If you ever watch Enders, Enders is a very big component of this. If you watch Enders, Enders likes to like take space, but not just take space and guard. It likes to take space and move, right? So it requires you to like do something other than like a launcher, right? And I feel like good offensive movement will help you with that too, right? Never mind. Anyway, so like, you know, if you're doing the thing where you can you know, forward dash and then back dash and then choose an option, you can always block this, right? You know, it's one of those things where like it's enough frame advantage to where like you can move, but at the same time, right? All I'm trying to say is like, don't just like hold 6G. What's up, Blackstar? Because just doing 6G, doing this is so conditionable. It's not even funny, right? Like you can definitely like, as much as you condition somebody like on offense, you can condition somebody on their coming, right? And I think that's the one thing that a lot of people struggle with, and they're like, oh my gosh, like the mixed move types. Exactly, like people are just like, oh my gosh, I can't get in, he's so good. But it's like, bro, you're literally running into an attack to make them guard something. Of course the move that's meant to keep you out, if you block it, is going to be good if you block the move. Like, hold on, you guys can't see my face, right? Of course the move that's meant to keep you out if you block it is going to be good if you block it, right? That's like that. Like, can we like agree that that's like that makes sense, right? What? So like, you know, you're so good, like, bro, like, you know, like, I'm getting tagged now, but no, you're just chilling, you know. Of course, you sure we're that good? It's not about being that good. It's just about just like hit a button other than 6, and like, you know, like if you look at my inputs, right, they look like super clean, right, but they're not. Sometimes it's just random. Sometimes the inputs that I do to maintain a certain spacing is random, right? So like, for example, let's look at Cervantes' A6, right? Look at the range of this, right? So my goal is to press buttons to keep myself from getting into the range where Cervantes A6 will hit me, right? I failed. You know, like none of this is. I'm not just like I'm not playing DDR with movement, right? I'm literally just trying to maintain a certain spacing to where the move that is designed to keep me out will not keep me out, because like all I want him to do is whiff, and now I'm in. You see how that works? Does that make sense? Does that make sense to people? Like, you know, just use it. Why is it playing twice? Does that make sense to people as to like how like offensive movement is fantastic and a good way to like, you know, make people do things? Because like people are like, yeah, Cervantes is like, you can't chase Cervantes. Well, the goal is not to chase Cervantes. This is gonna be a bad example, but I'm going to use it anyway. Okay, so you know, like, if you ever have like ever try to keep your distance from somebody, but like they're like, you ever, okay, I'm just gonna say it like this. You ever seen those like those racism skits where like, you know, like a black guy is like in the presence of somebody and somebody's being racist, and like they're trying to watch them but keep a certain distance at all times? That's how you should think about movement, right? Especially in certain cases like this. Like, you want to keep a certain range so where like you can keep your eye on them at all times, but like you keep their distance. Like history month. There's a twice a day. I would love to say there's a twice a day. I still owe him like sets, and I owe him looking over his sets. But like legit, like think about it like that, right? So like if you're boxing, right? If you're boxing, right? You know, you're playing neutral the king, and somebody's like jabbing you, right? You don't want to take the jab, Because if they're just jabbing you and they're hitting you, they're get the spacing to where they can just like, you know, throw a cross at some point, right? So like you want to make them whiff the jab so that way they're less confident in throwing the jab and sizing you up, right? That's exactly how it works, right? If you're blocking my AA every single time, then I'm not afraid to like throw out any moves. And the goal of getting in is not just to be in their face, but to be in their face when they're at a disadvantage, right? So so what's Cervantes' fastest move? AA. So let's think about this, right? You know, A6. Right. So look at how boxing analogies. Yeah, exactly. They're so good, right? So let's make them whiff, right? Let's just make Cervantes whiff, right? Think about it for the math nerds, right? For the math nerds. This is an I-18 AA for the math nerds. Don't quote me on this. But this is so if you block this is an I-18 AA, right? If he whiffs, this is an I-7800. Hold on. Let's actually look at the recovery. Let's actually find the frames of what this is for the math folks, right? Because I feel like y'all niggas like math, right? So let's see where I need an Okadam bot. Let's see. Serve A6. What's the whiff? Does anybody know the whiff, like how, like what the frames on Servy's A6 is when it whiffs? Because they're like cartoon, God bless. No. For the we gotta appeal to both. We have to appeal to both sides of the argument, right? The finnas and the nerds, right? I-54, bro. Is it actually I-54? Are you just saying, is it actually I-54? No. But think about it. It has to be at least an I-50 AA. It has to be at least an I-50 AA if he whiffs, right? A6, right? So think about it. Would you rather deal with an I-18 AA? Or would you rather deal with the at least I-30 AA? You know what I'm saying? Like okay, so if sure I can 4K. What's my I-20 move? Okay, cool. That's Yoshi's I-20 move. I can only 9K there, right? If he whiffs, bro, I get that, you know. If he really whiffs, all of a sudden, one of the worst moves in the game become useful, right? You know. Sure, I can't do that unless I have the spacing for it, right? Even I can't do that. But you know, like if he whiffs, I can, you know, even do something like that, you know. Like a shark attack if he whiffs. Like even the numbers don't lie, right? So in your more offensive move, sometimes like just make him whiff.